Hello friends, now we'll start standard 4th mathematics. Now what can you see out over here? What is this geometric figure? It is a line. It is a line. Now suppose if I join one line out over here. Okay, this is the meeting point for this line and this is another line. When these two lines join together, they form an angle. They form an angle. So today we will start the first chapter and from that we will just see the part of angles, geometric figures. Now we will learn only about angles. Okay, now this is a slide. Children like to play on the slide. Now let's see where it is forming an angle. This is an angle. It forms out over here and forms here also. Here also angle has been formed. Okay, so wherever there is a line, angles are formed. Now this is a ladder. This is a ladder. So here one angle is formed. Ladder with the wall. Okay, and with the ground. We see angles between the tree trunk and its branches. See, all these are angles that are formed. And with the pole, there is an angle between the electric pole and the ground. See, electric, here also you can find angles. So in our surroundings, wherever we see two lines meeting, there is an angle. Now let's see what's next. Collect some pictures in which you see angles. Mark those angles using pencil. Now see, this is a laptop and here the angle is formed. This is a table. Here an angle is formed. Swing angle. Here, here, here. Okay. Now see, this is a pen holder. Here you will form the angles. Okay, here this is the book edge. Here the angle formed. So angles are formed, angles are there in all the objects. Now look at the angles that can be made at your elbow. See, at the elbow also you can make angles with the help of your own elbow. So this is angles form at the elbow. So now next we will go to the types of angles. We will go to the types of angles. Now see children, the first type, see if this is a window at these ends, exact straight perpendicular lines are there. One is a sleeping line and one is a standing line. These both are quite straight. Okay, such type of an angle is called as a right angle. What it is called? Right angle. Now see, the clock making angle at 3 and at 9, exactly right angle. Okay, so now this is a scissor with a right angle. This is a scissor with a right angle. Two blades of the scissor are making a right angle, exactly straight. See. Okay, now when we reduce the size, when you make it smaller, when this distance becomes smaller, it is a acute angle. When this distance becomes smaller than the right angle, an angle which is smaller than a right angle is acute angle. Okay, now see this scissor, if we make it bigger, okay, we increase the size, we open up the scissor, it is more than an angle that is bigger than the right angle. See, this is a right angle, and when you reduce it, it becomes an acute angle, and when you increase it, it becomes a obtuse angle. An angle that is bigger than a right angle is called an obtuse angle. Now see this clock, exact 3 right angle, smaller than right angle, acute angle, bigger than right angle, obtuse angle. So there are 3 types of angles: a right angle, an acute angle and an obtuse angle. Now make a right acute and obtuse angle at your elbow. Show these angles to your friends. Now you can show it to your parents how to make. I have shown you in the pictures above that how to make angles with your elbow. Now observe the following pictures and write whether it is an acute, obtuse or a right angle. So what kind of an angle this is? See, it is smaller. Now suppose if this is a right angle, this is smaller than the right angle, so it is acute angle. Now this is exactly straight line, this is right angle. Now see children, this is a right angle, this is bigger than the right angle, so it is obtuse angle. Similarly here, if it is a straight line, this is bigger than right angle, so it is obtuse angle. And this is a straight line and this is smaller than right angle, so it is acute angle. Now on these dots you have to make right angles. You can make as many right angles if you want. Okay children, this is very easy. Now here you have to make acute angles. You can make acute angles out over here. And on these dots you have to make obtuse angles. These are bigger than right angles. Okay. Now let's check, is this true? The angle an electric pole makes with the ground is right angle. You have seen above. Now suppose if this is an electric pole and this is a ground. So what does the sentence say? The angle an electric pole makes with the ground. Now this is an electric pole. Is it straight? Yes. So this statement is true. The slide makes an acute angle and one obtuse angle with the ground. Suppose this is the ladder of the slide and this is my slide. Okay. So it is telling on one side it is an acute angle and other side it's an obtuse angle. So yes, this is also true. This slide. Now with the wall, the ladder makes one acute angle and one obtuse angle with the wall. Suppose this is a wall. And I have kept a ladder out over here. This is a ladder. On one side it is forming an acute angle and other side it is forming an obtuse angle. So it's correct? Yes, this is also true. An angle between the thorns of a babul tree is an obtuse angle. Now children, babul tree, have you seen a babul tree? So what? The angle between the thorns of babul tree is an obtuse angle. Now children, see, this is the babul tree and these are the thorns. So is it the obtuse angle? No, it doesn't seems to be an obtuse angle. It is either an acute angle or a right angle. So this is a false statement. Now leaving the thumb, the angles between any two adjacent fingers is an acute angle. Now leaving the thumb, leaving this part between two fingers, the angle formed is a acute angle. Yes, so this is true. So children, so today we have finished the part of angles. So what are angles? Angles, two lines joining form an angle. and you can see angles in almost all the objects. All the objects, and there are three types of angles. Right angle, acute angle, and obtuse angle. Okay, acute angle is smaller than right angle, and obtuse angle is bigger than right angle. So let's see the shapes once. Right angle. Right angle is exactly two straight perpendicular lines. Acute angle is smaller than right angle, and obtuse angle is bigger than right angle. Okay, now let's meet you in the next part. This part is over now.